All right, thank you so much for tuning back in to another reaction video. My name is Chris.
My name is Sam.
And we are Offset.
Era.
Woohoo! Woohoo! All right. We got two suggestions from our drummer, Vince.
Are you sure he's not our bass player?
Yeah, I'm sure he's not, because I've said that on accident 1,000 times already. So yes, The Offspring. It's a song called
Make It All Right.
So, quick little backstory. I've been listening to The Offspring since the 90s. I fell off probably after X-Nay. No, it was probably Americana that come out. I didn't listen to much after that. I think I got the Splinter album, and that was okay, but I really grew up on Smash, the original album, self-titled, I think it was called Offspring, and then their Ignition album. Just love Ignition. So it's been a while. I have watched a few of their videos since then. Obviously, they're aging. There've been a couple little controversies over their bass player leaving over rights, I guess, or not being invited to tour or something was going on there. They've replaced their original drummer, which was Ron Welty, which I also thought was a shame. Me and Vince both loved his kind of unique flair he had for like really fast ride cymbal strikes and stuff. Their drummers that they've gotten since then obviously are all studio musicians and very polished and everything, but sometimes when you take that original drummer out, you get a little
you lose something.
You get a little less of that original flavor.
Yeah, even if you know, you take a drummer, even if they're not technically proficient, but they have like a soulful swagger or swing to their playing that, you know, that just adds a little bit of like a groovy sort of a bounce to the song. And like you can take somebody else with like a similar background but is, you know, very clean, very proficient. Nothing wrong, there's nothing wrong with that, but you know, it's you kind of lose something from that. Like I remember reading, it was when Steven Adler was replaced by Matt Sorum in Guns N' Roses. Izzy Stradlin, their original rhythm guitarist, you know, he himself said, you know, like when, you know, that they had lost something after, you know, after Steven was fired. You know, he was like, he compared the two to like, you know, like Steven Adler was like a rock and roll drummer, whereas Matt Sorum was more like a heavy metal sort of a drummer. Like Izzy said, and I mean, I love, you know, all the classic Guns N' Roses stuff, and it's just what made me think of it. You know, like taking you know, one drummer out and putting it with some.
Exactly. I think he summed it up pretty well. All right. Well, we're gonna keep our minds open. I haven't heard any new Offspring in a while.
My familiarity with the Offspring is confined primarily to like their radio hits. Like, some of them I really dig, like Gone Away. You know, and it feels, you know, there's a, you know, that's really cool. And then there were a couple other songs that I just could not, you know, enjoy.
Yeah.
You know, like
I think
there was that one song, you know, like I'm no self-esteem. You know, like,
that Self-Esteem. I like that song.
Yeah, it's
one of the first songs I learned to play on guitar.
There's some cool parts to it, or wasn't that the one that, you know, where it starts off like la 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 la? Like,
yeah, that is it.
I never really like latched onto it, you know, like Gone Away is a really cool song, you know, and you know, like it's really cool that, you know, like that was like your first, you know, foray into, you know, learning guitar. And I'm sure there's plenty, you know, there's like a whole generation of kids that can say something similar. You know, like I said, there's cool music parts to it. Like I just never became a super fan of Offspring, like, you know, like Chris has. You know, like
and our band is often compared to.
That's true. I actually showed one of my coworkers one of our new demos, and he was like, "Yeah, you guys sound like a lot like Offspring. Yeah, a lot like the Offspring." You know, except for like he calls it your roaring vocals.
All right,
roar.
Let's check out a couple of these comments. We aren't going to do any kind of
bowling for the Offspring 182.
Okay.
Dexter is almost 60, and the Offspring are going amazing.
Okay. Been listening to this band since the early 90s and love that they're still rocking out. All right. They're probably not going to be all right. At least we got new Offspring.
We are probably not going to be all right. Yeah, like.
All right. All right, we've jammed enough. Let's go ahead and jump into this one.
Yep, and for anyone jumping in with us for the very first time, welcome to the channel.
Welcome indeed. We haven't really pulled out a lot of these old goodies here, and it's just because I just don't think anyone will watch these reaction videos. We will see, though. We're gonna give it a shot. You know, a lot of you are here to watch stuff that we don't aren't already.
We don't normally,
Yeah.
tune into.
When it comes to Japanese or boy bands or Korean music or other foreign music.
We take in like what like people send like people recommend or request or suggest, and and it also really serves to color our musical palettes,
Yep.
and makes what we create that much more unique in comparison to what we've done before.
Right.
I'm not going to say that we're more unique than this band or this group here or this or that or the other. I'm just saying that we're more unique than we used to be.
Yes.
And I strive, and I think we all strive to keep going on that unique trail as we go.
Yeah. So for me, this is kind of a revisitation to see where Offspring is now with their new members and writing new music, kind of see what they're all about. So it's kind of rediscovering them in a way.
New album Supercharged, out October 11th.
All right. But if you're not new to the channel,
You know what time it is.
you know what time it is.
It's time for
The glorious
the epic transition.
All right. Well, so this is the official music video. I don't know if you mentioned that yet. It does look like it's animated, so that's kind of
Ooh.
interesting. But yeah, let's get it. Offspring, Make It All Right is the name of the song. Here we go. Oh, that's weird. The snare is like getting like soft and like cut out completely. Like there's no
It's got a
resilience to it. It's like getting snarfed out like by a really aggressive gate. Dun, 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 dun.
yeah, it makes for a really really tight stop.
That's so
All
bizarre.
I
That
want to
is.
do is to fly away with you.
I get the the Blink-182 thing now.
Yeah.
No matter what I say, you're always there to give a smile. Just suck it up, you'll say it only hurts for a while. Show me the way, never obey. Give me black clouds on a summer day. No matter what, it's fine. We're like one step over the line. Stay down, away we go. Turn around, you're gonna make it so alright.
What the heck?
Okay. Oh, cool. They both got wings.
There you
All
go.
I want to do is to fly away with you.
Gonna fly away, making fun of everyone. We'll wax our wings and pray we don't get too close to the sun. Show me the way, never obey. Give me black clouds on a summer day. No matter what, it's fine. You're like one step over the line. Stay down, away we go. Turn around, you're gonna make it so and you make it alright.
Very again another
This is kind of
Blink-182
like
thing.
it's really got like a feel good sort of
Yeah.
upbeat sort of a vibe.
It doesn't sound like Offspring to me. Not of course I'm sure, like I say, I'm missing a lot of context from like the early 2000s when I kind of fell out with them to now. Now I know, because I've listened to some of their stuff since then, that they are a very diverse band. So they have stuff that's more funny and lighthearted, and they have their faster, heavier songs.
And then they
and
have stuff that's a little bit more emotional.
I tend to not agree with the way that they put out there, especially from X-Nay and Ombre, the X-Nay and the Ombre and Americana. They put out like Pretty Fly for a White Guy, and they put out a couple other songs that were just kind of like goofy, and it didn't like really showcase what they can do as a pop punk band or as a punk band. And I feel like we're kind of running into this here. It's like this would have been good with the video. It came out pretty poppy. It's very major. There's a lot of like the signature things that you see in a music like video like this, and we're approaching that now in this part of the song where there's a pretty breakdown, and then it's going to go back into the chorus, and then it's very predictable. Like, and unfortunately, we've been spoiled by all these Japanese bands that have all this stuff where they're flipping in genres, they're doing all this extra
And they're doing
craziness.
all the and like the way that they are arranged, like.
And I
the
think
way
it's
that
kind of
they arrange
unfair
things.
on Offspring because they were always, like, obviously they still sell lots of tickets. They still, people go see Offspring all the time. They're still playing shows, and good for them. And I still watch their Instagram. They have tons of video and pictures and stuff from all their shows. So I know they're really active. It's just, for me, it just seems kind of generic, just kind of like played by the numbers kind of thing, where I prefer to listen to, some of their heavier, faster songs that have.
I think my favorite song from them's got to be "The Kids Aren't All Right."
Yeah, it's a good song.
That's really that's really driving. That's
There's a
really
lot of
cool.
good songs on that album, though. All right,
And you make it alright.
Good bass.
And
Yeah.
it's gonna be fine.
Oh no!
oh no!
Like partners in crime. And you make it alright. And it's gonna be Show me the way, never obey. Give me black clouds on a summer day.
Yeah.
I don't mind you. Supernova too, we're like partners in crime. Say so, away we go. Turn around, you're gonna make it so. It's
A track by The Offspring. Yes, I was aware. All right. That is it. All right, let's flip back. All right, The Offspring, Make It All Right. A little bop, a little safe, pretty safe paint by the numbers pop punk song. Nothing remarkable about it. I would say that if you're looking for a happy bop that and this scratches your itch, by all means, to
Then you
each their
cannot
own.
go. Then you cannot go wrong with it.
I'm not gonna knock it. It's just not something that I feel like there's probably better songs on this album. I'll still check it out just because it's The Offspring and they have contributed many years of inspiration and just loving their music. So I'll give it a shot. But I could say that this is probably not my favorite Offspring song by a long shot. And I hope that there are a little bit more faster, maybe heavier songs, maybe not so poppy. I mean, I don't mind a bit of pop here, but like mix it in with something else. Make it edgy and then poppy or something. I don't know.
Ooh, there's a video of "Gone Away" featuring Brian May of Queen.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm
That's
sure.
wild.
I am absolutely sure that there is Offspring content out there. For instance, this here with Mr. Brian May. If that's stuff that you guys want to check out, and we get enough hits on this video, and Offspring becomes something you guys want us to continue to react to. Like I said, anything probably that happened after Americana and their Splinter. I'm kind of just, I don't know much about it. Obviously, if you suggest something we know too much, we just won't pick that. But feel free, if you want to see more, comment on this video, go to our community tab and click on the most recent thread, and you can comment there with your suggestions. We'll happily dive into more Offspring. I'm sure there's other stuff out there that's just as awesome that we haven't tapped into yet. So
Yeah.
if you want to prove us wrong, let's do it. Put it in the comment, put it in our YouTube, our community tab on the latest reaction thread. In the meantime, we are Offset Era.
We are 2/3 of Offset Era, Southwest Florida's premier three-piece punkcore act. We have an extensive playlist of all of our original music, available on all digital streaming platforms as well, if you're curious as to what punkcore entails and how we sound.
We just put out an EP a couple months ago called a Top Shelf
Villain.
Make sure you go and check that out. It's available on all digital platforms.
We also made a music video for Top Shelf Villain, the title track for the EP. It's available to view on our YouTube page and is part of our playlist.
Right. And if you're interested in following the band, make sure you go and do so.
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and of course YouTube.
Yeah.
And we have a Patreon channel that you have the option of supporting.
That's right.
Now we understand living is expensive anymore. So none of you are in any way, shape, or form obligated. It's completely up to you. But any and all support on Patreon, we sincerely appreciate.
Yes.
And we're working on building up some content to make it worth your while.
Yeah. Anytime a video gets a copyright blocked and I have to obscure the video to make it go through, whether it's chopping it up or whether it's putting, the Offset Era logo spinning around, we do those unedited videos. We put them on Patreon. So if you are a Patreon member, you have access to those videos. We also allow you to direct message us and put in some suggestions. So feel free to do that. And if we let those kind of filter to the top of our suggestion list every week. So
That's right.
That's what you can get if you go on Patreon. You can always consider putting your comments in the videos and on the, as we mentioned many times on the video, under the community tab. But if you want to prioritize suggestion, you can do
That's
it.
what Patreon's for.
Yep. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Let us know what you want to see in the next one.
And we'll see you then.
We'll see you there. Peace out.